안녕하세요. I am Rudy. My name is Rudy, and I am a guy from the States, and I live in Seoul, South Korea. I've lived here for about 7 years, the better part of 7 years, and one of the questions that people always ask me when I tell them that I have lived in Korea for 7 years is, oh, you must speak really good Korean. And I'm like, ha ha ha, no, I do not, in fact. I guess I speak a level of Korean that is enough to impress someone who knows absolutely no Korean. You know, like I speak like a touristy amount of Korean. Like I can order beer, 맥주 두 병 주세요. I can ask how much something is, 얼마예요? I can tell the cab driver which direction I would like to go. Chicken. And I can do those kinds of things. I can get by. I can buy things. I can say a few things about myself, but I can't really communicate. I take that back. I can communicate. I can't express myself very well. And so, over the years, I've studied Korean a tiny bit on my own. Mostly, I've listened to some language tapes. Pimsleur is very good. That's something I enjoyed doing. And I took some classes for a short while, but I never was really into it. So, everything that I've done has kind of just petered out. I had no real reason to learn the language, as silly as that may sound. But when you're here, and when you first come here, people tell you, you don't need to learn the language. And so I think that follows a lot of people around, and I know it did me. I just didn't see myself needing to learn any more than I did, more than just the basics. And we can get into reasons for that as I explore my Korean journey. Because why I'm doing this, what I'm doing right now, is recently I decided that even though I have chosen to leave Korea within the next year, I am going to dedicate myself to learning Korean. And that might seem silly, but it is something that I want to do. I think that languages are awesome. I think that people can be awesome. And I really want to use Korean as a bridge to the people of Korea. I have Korean friends, and I know Korean people, and I have had a wonderful time in Korea with my coworkers and students and people that I see on a daily basis, but I just want to be able to communicate more thoroughly. And I want to use the Korean language as a bridge to understand the people and the culture more as I finish my time here in Korea. So that is kind of what I'm gonna do with this. I just wanted to make this channel to kind of keep myself accountable. Earlier this month, I said I was going to study for at least an hour every day, and so I'm at the beginning of that journey, that thing that I've chosen to do. And I just want to do this to stay on task, to keep myself accountable. Maybe other people could give me some help, give me some advice. Maybe I can meet people who are going through the same thing. This is not going to be me like teaching Korean because I am bad at speaking Korean, and I'm just using it as a way to kind of help myself improve. And if other things happen on the way to that, that's awesome. I'm super stoked. I kind of plan on posting twice a week, once on Monday as kind of an exploration of how it's going overall, maybe share some stories about the difficulties and the successes that I've had learning Korean and other languages as well throughout the years. And yeah, and then one on Friday that would be more focused on the Korean language, where I would use some of the phrases and things that I've learned recently and just do that. I would like to talk with people. I'd like to have conversations in Korean with my friends who are Korean learners, who are just interested in Korean. And I'd like to maybe do some entries where I go to places where I use Korean. I go to the grocery store or the gym or the coffee shop or the restaurant or wherever it is that people go on a day-to-day basis, and actually record interactions and see how I'm doing and how I progress and the reactions from other people, because that is sometimes the most fun and the most frustrating part of learning a language is the other people's responses. So I am going to use this as a tool for myself and as a way to stay on task and to track my progress. And like I said, hopefully I can interact with some other people who are going through similar things. So now I know this is Monday. This is my very first entry, and I said that Mondays were going to be days where I just talk about stuff and don't use much Korean. But guess what? This is the first one, and I want to say a few things in Korean that I asked a friend how to say, and I'm going to say it now, and then hopefully in a month, in a couple months, I will be able to say it much better. So this is these are a few things that I'm going to say about myself in Korean. So, and I'm going to be reading these things in Hangul, so it's going to be a little slow, so bear with me. But this is my first time doing this, so I'm pretty stoked about it. So yeah, 내 이름은 루디예요. 나는 미국에 왔어요. Right? 나는 고양이랑 피자 가족물 사랑해요. 나는 선생님이면서 코미디언이에요. 나는 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7년 동안 한국에서 살았는데 한국어를 안 배웠어요. So that was very bad. I know it was bad. I have not heard anyone else say those things. I just kind of read what my friend sent me. And I know there were a million mistakes in there, and it probably sounded horrible, and people who speak Korean really well are probably going to say, Rudy, 아니요, that stunk. And if so, that's cool. I would love to hear ways to improve, because that's what this is all about. I want to get better, and I want to try, because a lot of people think it's cool not to try stuff, but I think it's really cool to try. So thank you for watching this. If you watched it, if you didn't watch it, thank you for doing whatever the heck you were doing. That's great. Yeah, I look forward to doing more of these, and I can't wait for the rest of Monday. Everybody, 안녕히 가세요.